Murli Chetumuri for the session. Mr. Murli Chetumuri is an information technology and software development expert, programmer, consultant, and a trainer. He has over 40 years of experience in manufacturing and information technology. He is a senior member of IEEE, a senior member of CSI, a fellow of Indian Institute of Industrial Engineering, and a well-published author in professional journals. Let's have a big round of applause for him.
The dignitaries on the dais, Dr. B.B. Phatak, Dr. Suresh Chandra Gupta, Mr. Thomas M. Cagle Jr., my colleagues in CSI and Mr. Luigi Baglione from Italy, and all the others who have come from abroad. A warm welcome to you, and I hope that you will enjoy our Indian hospitality and go back with good memories, warm memories of us. And we treasure these moments of our association with you and carry these forward for the future and the future generations. Thank you very much. I'd like to talk on the challenges and opportunities in software measurement. Can you come from beginning and show me go to the first slide? Let us come together, let us strive together, let us. This is what we are doing, striving together. Shine together, let us all shine. And vanish ill-will, let us. This is from Rigveda. Yeah, measure, we have to put this in perspective. Measure is to assign a number to something, quantity, length. You know, who was the first man who thought of measurement? We do not know what was the original measure of length. The original measure of length, where was it invented? Let me proudly say that in India, in a book written 880,000 years ago, Ramayana, they used a measure of length by name Kishku. And Kishku is not something out of the world. They used this measurement, elbow to fingers, and that now it is known as 2 feet. And in Rome and Europe, they called it cubits. Cubit was 22.5 inches, and our Kishku was 2 feet. That is when the measurement started, or when it was started, we do not know, but that was the first recorded incident. And the first thing to do is define a unit of measure. Who defined pound? Who defined kilogram? Who defined an inch? Who defined a centimeter? Centimeter, we know, the French have defined their standards association. And where is it stored? It is there in the Louvre Museum, and in the British Museum there is a lump of platinum saying this is a pound. In the Louvre Museum there is a lump of platinum, this is a kilogram. Similarly, a bar of platinum, a meter, a bar of platinum, a yard. Now, question is everything measurable? Initially, in every aspect of measurement, the world over, they said this is not measurable. In 2006, I gave a speech in Bangalore on this similar topic, and I said, can we measure beauty in beauty points? Some of my friend who listened that reminded me of that. But they are measuring beauty, may not be beauty points. That is how they are giving Miss India, Miss USA, Miss Universe, Miss World, so on and so forth. It is by measurement. When I look at the finalists in the beauty pageant, I cannot decide who is more beautiful than the other. But they are deciding, and that is by measurement. Now, presently, the only measurement perhaps not even being attempted is love. Nobody is trying to measure love. Are we? I am not sure if any measurement is made for love. No. But software, but manufacturing also, they said work is not measurable. Until two personalities came. One is Mr. Frederick Winslow Taylor, and the other is Lillian Gilbreth. Lillian Bunker Gilbreth. I admire those two people, especially Lady Lillian Gilbreth. She had 12 children. She wrote a book, Cheaper by the Dozen, and she was advisor to Republican and Democratic presidents as well. And for some of you females who may or may not know, she is the first female engineer, Lillian Gilbreth. They said it is measurable, and they brought out some measures. They brought out a methodology to do that, and that has spawned a field of engineering, industrial engineering. Now, manufacturing, nobody says work cannot be measured. Construction work, measured. Now, we have come to software work. In the software work also, in the initial work done, people said it is not measurable. Even today, 4 or 5 years back, when I spoke to a professor in Boston University in USA, he said estimation is junk. Unless you show me the person, I cannot tell when it will be completed. People are still there to say that. But my friend Tom Cagley, who is the president of International Function Point Users Group, they developed a measure. They defined a unit of measure. Of course, Thomas Albrecht Jr., he defined the function point in IBM, but they took it forward and they spread it the world over, and they developed a methodology, and that methodology is continuously being improved. Every 3-4 years they release a manual. Now it is 4.2 or 4.3. So that means it has gone through so many revisions. They are spearheading a movement. They are bringing more and more clarity. With the result, the measurement is now no more, people are no more saying that software is not measurable. It can be measurable. Now, measurement is basically deals with the quantity, how much of an entity. And in software, as in everything else, there is quality associated with quantity. The same quantity with a different quality takes different amounts of time. To draw an engineering drawing takes some amount of time. To paint a picture of the same size takes much more time. So the quality aspect is something we have been debating about software measurement. Why should we measure software? This is a question many people legitimately ask, and we need to answer that. Now, one is agreeing on the price or cost. When the software is developed internally, this is taken as a cost center, a cost to be spent by the organization for competitive edge, no questions asked, spend it. But when you are doing between a outsourcer like India and a principal like USA, the cost is a factor. Earlier people were paying time and material basis. Now they are no more paying that. They say, tell me the amount of money. I cannot allocate infinite budget. There are always CFOs and CEOs who say, look at the bottom line and say how much I spent and how much I got. So, and to deliver, they are asking for commitments. You commit the delivery, only then I can plan my down the line, downstream activities. So for that purpose, you have to give me dates. So we need to measure. And at this, there are many organizations today, they get the work done and measure it in function points and then pay according to per function point so much. We have many viewpoints from which to measure. And how many units are there? Unit of measure first has been defined in IBM and spearheaded by IFPUG, but people have differed with this. And function point itself, 6 function points to my knowledge. IFPUG function points, UK Software Metrics Association function point Mark II, and Netherlands Software Estimation Association function points, Boeing 3D function points, Cosmic full function points, and quick function points. Only function point. And there are a plethora of other units. Lines of code, object points, feature points, internet points, use case points, story points, project size unit, G is missing, size units, software size unit, story points repeated, and that software size units is a measure I added myself. So many measures are there. It's not that measures are not there or not defined. And there are some undefined measures. That is, for example, the story point is there. I scoured the internet to see what is a story point. My opinion, people differ, is unless you can define something, you do not understand it. If you do not understand it, you will be talking confusingly, ambiguously, talking but nothing gets practically achieved. It cannot be improved. There is a saying I have shown earlier, unless you can measure, you cannot manage it. I differ with it. If you can measure it, we write a computer program and hand it over. Only when we cannot measure it, we manage. Manage itself says it is not measured, we are doing something somehow to get the things done. Now, these so many things are there, so many units are there. Now, one point most of the units are talking about is complexity. When I wrote my estimation book, I wanted to know what is complexity. And I found out that it is a research topic. What is complexity? There was a professor in USA, Sam Vaknin, who was doing research on complexity. He defined complexity can be as simple as a line can be defined by 2 points and the distance between those 2 points, or each dot on the line can be specified. Complexity is in your mind, your thing. Now, for me, I'm a computer programmer. Repairing car is complex for me. For the car repairer, writing a program is complex, but not repairing a car. A plumber, carpentry is complex. For a carpenter, plumbing is complex. For a lawyer, medicine is complex. For a medical doctor, law is complex. It is not knowing, but there are some universally complex things are there. For example, earlier these mechanical movement watches were coming. Repairing a mechanical movement watch definitely was complex even for a professional watch repairer, because they are very delicate. Handling glass and handling a panel of wood differ, because glass can break, wood will not break. So complexity is something, for example, for a COBOL programmer, writing COBOL programs, or a Java programmer, writing Java programs, how can it be complex? It cannot be. So IFPUG is looking into it, and this complexity is something that should go. On the other hand, what I advocate is density. In a room, if there are 10 people and there are 100 people, there is a difference. When there are 10 people, there is enough space, everybody is comfortable. In the same room, if 100 people are packed, there is discomfort. Movement becomes very difficult. You drive on a Bombay road, it is difficult. You drive in a suburb like New Jersey or California in USA, driving is not uncomfortable at all. It is comfortable. Why? Where does the complexity come from? Because of density. That is something I am advocating, and perhaps one day it will be looked into. This is a factor or a challenge for us, how to overcome this complexity thing. And for testing, test point and software test unit. Software test unit is mine. I looked for the procedure, methodology of test point. I could not find one. So I defined one and said software test unit, that you can download it from my website or many other places where I posted the paper free of cost. Units are there. How many units? A unit must be well defined. If it is not well defined, we will have confusion. IFPUG has a great manual, so there is no confusion there. And software measurement challenges, we refuse to learn from other sectors. Manufacturing learned from construction. We are refusing simply to learn from manufacturing. Quality assurance in software field is understood as simple testing. No. Quality control, and that too quality control, one aspect is testing. There are other aspects. Quality assurance is prevention of defects and detection of defects. Prevention of defects and detection of defects put together is quality assurance. But we still doggedly use quality assurance. We need quality assurance engineers to carry out testing. No, that's not quality assurance. We learn, we do not learn. They have been using two disciplines, manufacturing field, cost accounting and industrial engineering. I visited a few software development organizations. No organization has either a cost accountant or an industrial engineer. Industrial engineers develop efficiency. They are called efficiency engineers, work study engineers. Cost accountants do costing. Our estimation and costing is their domain. We don't use them. And the artifacts, the documents, requirements artifact or design artifact, design documents, they are not as granular as engineering drawings. There are a dozen methodologies, SSADM, OOM, UML, now SE is software engineering methodology. Another initiative is being taken out, that forgot that name. They are also doing one more methodology. People are learning these methodology and hardly using them. You prepare a full-fledged SSADM data flow chart or UML diagrams and give it to another person to code it. Impossible. They can't code it. We have to follow it by explanation. The documentation is an issue. What am I doing? I'm trying to develop a simple one that will come after some time. And define a unit of measure that is well defined. What should be the basis of measuring software? What should be the basis of measuring the software, and what should we base measurement of this, how much software? Should it be data-based? How much data? After all, the programs transform data, convert data from one form to the other form. The whole thing of computers is processing data only. Computer is, after all, a data processing tool and nothing else. Transactions. Should we took it on transactions? UK SMA, they defined their function points on transactions. How many transactions we are doing? Each transaction, what does it use? Type of application, single user, multi-user, business application, real-time application, scientific application, kind of thing. ISBSG, they do this differentiation based on type of application. Artifacts, object point, they use screens, reports, and 3GL. Tables, inputs, what should we base our measurement on? This is a challenge. And other thing, productivity. Productivity is a term developed in construction and manufacturing. Productivity is the rate of production, rate of producing, the pace of producing. And now, IFPUG calls it as PDR, project delivery rate. Some people call it as project delivery rate. Then there are two terms that we confuse. One is capacity and the other is productivity. Now, when you go to a car plant, how many cars are you developing? I am producing 300 cars a day, 3,000 cars a day. That is capacity. With so many various differing specialities and work, they deliver 300 cars. But if there is number of people and the delivery capacity, they are not in proportion to each other. Productivity is at the micro level. What does a person do? How much does a coder code in a day? How much does a designer design in a day? How many programs or how many functions can a tester test in a day? Productivity and capacity. In management, in software development, managements are interested in capacity, not in productivity. Unless capacity is defined and measured and improved, capacity cannot improve. Unfortunate. But our managements are not looking at it, at least in India. I have interacted with some and they all are interested. How many at the end of the day, tell me. Okay, before the end of the day comes, you have to pass through so many seconds, minutes and hours and sessions. Then only the end of the day will come. If you are only interested in end of the day, who is interested in the seconds, minutes, hours? Somebody has to be. And management has to support it. That is another challenge. Standard time. The industrial engineering and Madam Lillian Gilbreth have developed a time, standard time. Standard time means not the basic time. It has to have some elements for the person performing the work to recover from the fatigue caused by carrying out the work. Here is the definition. I don't want to do this. We also have to come out with a definition for our own industry or adapt the other industries' definitions. This is another challenge. Opportunities. We have opportunities, not only challenges, but we have opportunities. IFPUG is uniquely positioned. They have a worldwide membership and they are championing the cause of measuring software. And it is championing the most popular unit of measuring software. And CSI, we have a large membership base. And in this membership base, we have access to enormous amount of data with 3 million people working on software in India. And senior members among those 3 million people are our members. We have access to valuable, enormous amount of data. And CSI is not poor. If you may disagree with me on the rich aspect, any seminar we conduct, sponsorships come. We have access to funds, we have access to data which others do not have. And we can analyze, and we have the expertise within CSI to do all the analysis. We both have the necessary equipment, methods, persons, resources to do something good. And why research? Research can either dispel or confirm the myths of software development. There are many myths. One of them is, unless you show me the programmer, I cannot give you the estimate. It can be dispelled. And I am also saying, I tried to do an experiment, but that experiment failed. Writing a same program in COBOL or Java or Visual Basic takes the same amount of time. This is my hypothesis or premise. I wanted to test it out. The professional organizations have not come forward to give me 15 minutes of a few people's time. Within 15 minutes they can write. The same specification, I'll give to Visual Basic people, I'll give to the Java people, I'll give to COBOL people and say come out and I want to compare the timings and publish a paper. The professional organization cannot come forward. I went to colleges and educational institutions. Those people could not write those programs. We can do that research. We can do other things. Software is measurable. That is one thing I have firm conviction of. And now which CSI? We all know Computer Society of India. But there is another CSI in USA, Construction Specifications Institute. Construction Specifications Institute, they have brought out various formats for estimation and costing. 1995 format is the most popular and is most used in the USA construction industry. Anybody submitting an estimate or bill in USA for construction work must follow this format. They have 14 divisions, and every architect you touch, they can tell you what is division. And one organization called RS Means, they bring out a bulky data on a CD and a book in about $150 with which you can estimate. No questions asked. My estimate is based on RS Means, CSI format. No questions asked. And even there, a construction industry, which is a very long standing industry, and the deterministic, not probabilistic like our software, there also they say give 3 estimates. Normal estimate, 10% above, that is the best case, worst case, and 10% below, the best case scenario. In our software industry, unfortunately, we give one estimate. Most probabilistic industry, we give the most deterministic estimate. I argued, I put up papers, I talked in seminars, I wrote a book. Don't give one figure, give 3 figures. The best case scenario, the worst case scenario. There is nothing in this world which cannot vary. Everything is variable. So if construction industry is accepting variance, why should we give a deterministic thing? We are giving. So, and in 2004, they increased it to some 50 divisions, and it is not popular because, as Parkinson said, expansion means complexity, and complexity means decay. They stick to that 14 divisions of 1995. I have divided in my task-based estimation tool, I put up a paper also, the software development work into these 14 phases or subdivisions. In each of the subdivisions we can do. You may not agree with this, you can improve upon it, but do something like that. That's my saying opportunity. Now, international software measurement and analysis. Can we come together, CSI and IFPG, the heads are here and the members are here, can we deliberate and come up with a CSI, USA-like thing for software? Software specifications, institute, association, organization, something like that. I think it is possible. It is a great opportunity in front of all of us. We can be the visionaries to start this and specify. It brings a lot of benefit to all the people in the industry. There is something standard which we can refer to. See, if you get a doubt on spelling, what will you do? We go to a dictionary and see. You get a doubt on ethics. What do? You go to Bible, Gita, Quran and look it up. When you get a doubt and argument about software pricing, software development, where do you go? To a court of law, who don't know what is software or hardware. Can we not come up with the International Software Measurement and Analysis Institute or Software Development Specifications Institute, something like that? I put it up to all of you to consider, deliberate, and do something. I am not saying this will be decided in one seminar. Things have not happened that fast in the past, either in India or the world over. Thank you all very much for the kind patience, and I thank Mr. Thomas M. Cagley, D.B. Phatak, Dr. Suresh Chandra Gupta, Luigi Baglione, and all others who have given me the opportunity to stand in front of you and share my ignorance or knowledge, whatever it is, for your good work. Let me finish by saying, Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate.
Thank you, sir, for such an involving discussion on the topic. Now, I would like to request Gupta, sir, to felicitate Mr. Murli with a small token of appreciation. Now, I would like to request Tom Cagley to felicitate Dr. Phatak.
Thank you very much for coming here and giving us